Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I guess that in almost every video that I do, I end up doing this so I can fit better in the camera, alright? So that's no problem. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a surfing trip through the esoteric waves. And how do we do that in this channel? We create an esoteric cloud and then we go in that esoteric cloud. Esoteric cloud surfer. I surf in a esoteric cloud. And what is a esoteric cloud? A esoteric cloud is a lighter, less dense, lighter as in weight, okay, and also a high vibrational, high frequency vehicle, spaceship, a more light creation that our spirit, that my spirit and your spirit can go in and then travel, and is lighter, is less dense, and it's in a higher frequency and vibration than that the realm that we are living in right now, aka Earth. So when we pop in, when you go in the esoteric cloud, that spaceship, that vessel, it floats up because it's less dense, because it's lighter. So it's not up, it's about in and out, in and out. It's about expansion and contraction, so we can go to more expanded realms of reality and learn, see, feel, experience a lot of different things. Alright? So in this travel, in this video in this travel that we call a video, I'm going to talk about how to understand, how to innerstand astrology and how to use astrology. There are two main and there are two only things that you need to understand, that you need to know to actually to be able to use and to understand astrology. Alright? First you have the elements and the modalities. Okay? And when you know those two components, for the lack of better words, you can then understand the nature of everything that is in front of you. Because we have 4 elements and we have 3 modalities. And the modalities are like how the elements behave. Okay? And then we have 4 times 3, it's 12. 12 signs, 12 houses. Alright? So, I'm gonna try to do this not very complicated, because it really is not complicated, but I can make things complicated by talking too much about it, okay? So I'll try to make it more simple, more understandable to the people who are now entering into astrology, or to the people that already know something about astrology but don't feel confident, or they think they don't know enough about astrology. Okay? So, the first element is fire. And what is fire? Fire is the ability to produce images. It's the ability to imagine, to create an image. It's the ability to project that image into somebody else or to another place. That means that is also creativity, the ability to create, the ability to express our images and to express our creations. Alright? Because we have fire, which is the masculine of our feminine. Everything has a yin and a yang. We have our yin side, fire and water, and we have our yang side, air and earth. And fire receives from inside, from yourself, and then it expresses. It goes out. It shows. That's why it's the masculine of the feminine. Okay? So fire, in a very simple concept, is the ability to create an image, a vision, an imagination, and then it's the ability to express it. Alright? Then we have water, which is the feminine of the feminine. That means that it receives from the inside and it stays there. It stays on the inside. And what is water? Water is the ability to hold in a creation, hold in an image, and then you feel that image. That image travels inside of you so you can acquire more experience, more feelings, more notions, more thoughts, whatever. But water and fire are more correlated to feelings. That doesn't mean that feeling, that experience can let you think about it, yes, but the origin, it derived from a feeling. So water is the ability to emote, to have emotion. Emotion is stands for energy in motion. Is that image that you had in the fire now is moving inside of you, is moving through you. Okay? Also, it's the ability to make a common field where others can feel you and you can feel others. Connection, emotional connection. There is a bridge. There is no need for words. There is no need for expression. There is an internal point of connection, and that's water, because we are moving into another space. Our feelings, our images, our creations are going into somebody else as well. But they didn't came out first. That's the difference of fire and water. Fire, you express it, you talk it, you show it. Water, it's just there to feel. That's the difference between fire and water. So water is feelings, emotions, the ability to hold in, to attach to something, and the ability to care, to make things private, okay, inside, on your own. Then we have air. Air is the masculine side of the masculine side, is the yang of the yang, which is it receives from the exterior, it thinks about it a little bit, and it comes right out from the exterior. Alright? And air is thinking and communication. Okay? Left brain, not too much to feelings. Analyzing. I had this feeling, now before I communicate it, it needs to make some sense. I need to put that feeling in a shape and form that the other person whom I am trying to communicate with will understand, or at least a shape and form that I feel comfortable to communicate. Alright? That's air. And air goes into a lot of scenarios because it's lighter, it's transparent. Air is the ultimate detached. Okay? And air is the ability to take the image of the fire, then it went traveling, and now you apply that experience to a lot of other possible scenarios. That's the air. Okay? Thinking and communication. Alright? Intellect. Yeah, I made this pause because I'm mostly air in my chart, especially in Aquarius, so when I talk about the element, I tap into the element. So, as you saw, I spaced out. I detached from the activity I was doing, I detached from the feeling, and I was feeling in my head. I was either receiving or processing something. I was putting what I was feeling in a shape and form that I could transmit to you. Okay? Then, after air, we have earth. Earth is the feminine side of the male side. It's the yin of the yang. So it receives from the outside, but it stays in. The outside makes sense inside. So earth is maybe the energy that we are most familiar with because we live on earth. That's, and we don't call it earth. We don't call the element earth because we live on earth. It's the other way around. We call this planet, star, body of water, chakra that we live, we call it earth because it is very look-alike. It resembles very much the earth element, which is stability, routine and pattern, making sense more than the air, because the making sense of the earth is to be practical, to be realistic, to actually build something. The making sense of the air is to be relatable, to communicate it, to share the information. Alright? It's not a real, this thought needs to be real, this thought needs to make 100% sense. No. It needs to make sense in order to be communicated, not in order to exist in this reality as a physical form. And in the earth realm, in the earth element, is where things take a definitely, death, because it then expires, shape and form. A shape and form that takes longer time to expire, but will expire. Okay? Okay. Earth. Stability, security, safety, being practical, making sense, analyzing. Alright? That's the earth element. Okay? And you receive from outside and you put it inside. You make sense inside. You practicalize it inside and then you act upon it. So you have a simple perspective about the elements. Fire, imagination, creativity. Water, feel that imagination, feel the creativity and expand that. Now that image is moving. Air is sharing that, is knowing that, is thinking and communicating about that. And earth is making sense, is making that thought process real, is making that imagination real. Now we can use that imagination for something, to be stable, to grow some crops, to get some money, to get some stability, to get a feeling of safety, because then it varies from person to person. Okay? So those are the elements. Okay? And then we have the modalities. First is cardinal. Cardinal is creating new ways to do fire, creating new ways to do water, creating new ways to do air, or creating new ways to do earth. Then we have fixed energy, which is being fixed on your own way to do fire, being fixed on your own way to do water, being fixed on your own way to do air, or being fixed on your own way to do earth. That means that it might be very hard for you to accept others' ways of doing the elements, but if that person, place or thing do it in the same way as you, and you as a fixed something, you will resonate way faster. You will manifest way faster if that person is in the same frequency and vibration, is in the same, it's doing the element in the same way as you, or in a close way. It doesn't need to be exactly the same. Then we have mutable, is to take your own way to do things, your own way to do water, and you then make that way a part of others' ways to do it, and you take others' ways to do it and make it a part of yourself. That's mutable. You take mutable fire, you take your own creativity, you take your own imagination, and you make it a part of that person over there, and you take that person's imagination and creativity into consideration while you are creating your own. So you make it a part of yourself. Okay? And that's pretty much the basics to understand astrology. Okay? A quick example. Aries. It's fire and it's cardinal. Cardinal, fire. So it's cardinal creating new ways to do fire, creating new ways to express about how you see the world, creating new visions about the world, and create new feelings about how you see the world. You see, it's cardinal, creating new ways, and it's fire, visions, imagination, creativity, new ways to imagine, new ways to see what's in front of you, or creating new ways to feel about the creation that you just created. Okay? And that's a trait that water and fire share because they are the yin, and air and earth they share the making sense and the thinking, all right? Because they are the left. And I was about to say something and I forgot just like 5 minutes ago. It was something about the yin and yang making sense out of something. Right, left, up and down, no? Oh well. I can try. I want to try, but then it just be a time of the video and I'm just looking. You know, there is no need to do that. Damn, that she got me. Because when I forget about saying something, I really want to remember it. But then that's how you do astrology. You know the element. Let's say a person is very expressive, is very expressive not just through words but through the way they move as well. You can see that that person has alignment, as an alignment or as a position in fire. If you see that the person is very moody, very emotional, it's soft, it's sensitive. Water, if a person is just talking about things that might not even make real sense, talking to that person, and that person, that's air. If a person does not let you have your own imagination, if a person needs for you to make sense in order for them to relate to you, that's earth. You see? So, that's how to understand astrology. You understand the elements and then you understand the modalities. I hope this is very helpful to you. If you want to understand more, I can do a reading for you. Contact me, send me an email to Diogo. I will put in the description. I think it's better. I make a read for you. And because my reading it's like you have this placement and then I say this is fixed air, this means this, and then you can understand better. Okay. If you want to understand more about astrology, check out Dolo the Pilot Man, check out Soul Group Members. You'll infinitely get something from there as well. Check my other videos. I have that thing that I forgot. It's coming and it's interfering with what I'm saying right now. Damn, it was something that I really wanted to say. But well, yeah. Request me a reading. I love to do readings. I love to do reading for you. Also, it doesn't need to be a reading. You can just send a question to my email. We can connect. Maybe. That thing is really bugging me now. So I'll leave you there. Um, Fire is expression of your creativity. Water is internalizing of your creativity and being aware of things that you cannot see. Air is thinking and communicating, making a group, making yourself a part of something. Air is practicalizing, making sure that you have a stable ground for then you go travel and then you can back to a safe place. Okay? Then cardinal, creating new ways. Fixed, being fixed. Mutable, making yourself part of others and making others part of yourself. So, I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for riding this esoteric cloud with me. If you want a reading for me, I'll put my email in the description so you can ask me for a reading for us to connect. Check my other videos if you want. I think it's very good. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. Shout out to the real members of the Soul Group. We are changing the world right now. So, stay well, be an individual, alright? I love my crystals and gems. Don't let outside programs use your energy for their ends. You use your energy for your ends. You use your energy for your agenda. So, esoteric cloud surfer surfing out. Be aware of the tidal waves. They can wash your spirit to a place where your spirit doesn't want to be. So your spirit will produce shapes and forms that will remind you that is not a good place. So that's what we call bad things, bad moments, is when your spirit is in a space where it doesn't want to be, and then it produces things to remind you to get the fuck out. And but remember that the tidal waves, if you know how to surf it, they are the most fun to surf. Okay, so esoteric cloud surfer surfing out. Have a very happy moon day. Be on your moods, be on your waves, and see you the next travel.